Today, we're talking about sleep. We never seem to get enough of it, but Dr. Rebecca Robbins, she's an associate sleep scientist at the Brigham and Women's Hospital and sleep expert to Hilton Hotels, and she's ready to teach us how to prepare for a restful night's sleep and put it into practice with a new sleep retreat. She's joining us right now live from Hawaii. Aloha, Dr. Robbins. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. It's nice to see you.
It's pretty early in Hawaii, so early that it's dark. But tell us, Dr. Robbins, more about why you are here to talk about sleep in the middle of the night.
We are here to talk about what a lot of hotel guests are doing right now, which is sleep. And something that's, of course, near and dear to my heart as a sleep scientist, which is sleep, and some exciting things I'm working on with Hilton to promote the guest sleep experience.
Fantastic. Now, Dr. Robbins, why do so many people struggle with sleep issues, like whether it's falling asleep, staying asleep, or just getting enough sleep at home and on the road? I know I will be tired throughout the afternoon when working, and then after I hop in the shower, hop right out, I'm like wide awake and don't want to go to sleep. Is that even normal, Dr. Robbins?
You're not alone. Millions of Americans really struggle with sleep. About 1 in 3 adults report on any given night struggling to fall asleep or maintain sleep. And then we have fewer than 3 in 10 adults reporting that their sleep is restorative. So we certainly have a problem of poor sleep health in our society. And then couple that when we travel, there are fundamental barriers to our ability to unplug when we're in a new environment with sounds, different sounds and smells. And if you jet across multiple time zones, that's another challenge still. So never before has promoting awareness about healthy sleep strategies been more important for all of us, but especially when we go travel so that we can get the most out of that trip.
Absolutely. Now, Dr. Robbins, as a side note, I have noticed that a red light that you can put into your room really makes you sleep a lot better. Have you heard about that great tip?
I have not. I have to look into that. But part of the,
Yes.
my key recommendations are do what really soothes you at night. And if that's a red light or some sort of lamp, or if that's a meditation technique, you really want to customize your sleep routine so that you look forward to it every night.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Now, Dr. Robbins, tell us more about the new sleep tourism trend. Like, what does it mean for travelers this year?
This is a trend that's exploding, and according to a new Hilton Trends report, the number one reason guests are traveling in 2024 is to rest and recharge. And so this is kind of being responded to by the hotel industry in a couple different ways. Guest rooms that are designed according to the science of our sleep, but then also something that's really exciting called sleep retreats. Guests are seeking out opportunities to really specifically travel in order to be restored and recharge. And so I'm so excited to announce that we are, myself and Hilton, designing a really exciting sleep retreat here at the Grand Wailea for guests to participate in. There'll be lectures from me on sleep and circadian rhythms, and opportunities for guests to design personalized sleep routines and benefit from spa services that are designed to optimize their rest and align their circadian rhythms. And fun additional activities like meditation that are so good for our rest and relaxation.
Now, Dr. Robbins, as you're in beautiful Hawaii, can you give us some tips now on how to maintain good rest while we travel and combat jet lag? Because the time is really different over there. And also, when you're traveling for a long period of time, you're going to be very tired. And
Oh,
who wants to
yeah.
be jet lagged when visiting Hawaii?
Jet lag, totally. It is a real thing. And essentially, the problem is jetting into a new time zone rapidly as we can with air travel, while our internal circadian rhythm lags behind. And that internal biological clock cannot change on a dime. It takes time to adjust. And so be compassionate with yourself. Realize that it's not going to happen right away, but ways to adjust are ideally preparing yourself in the days before your trip, starting to move in 15-minute increments, your sleep routine and sleep schedule in the direction of your new time zone. Couple that with when you arrive, start to adjust, get outside as early as you can in the morning, get exposure to natural sunlight. That will start to shift you to your new time zone. And then if you struggle with sleep at night, take it in stride, realize that it's a biological challenge in nature, and that over a couple days you'll be able to overcome some of those challenges. But if you do experience any middle of the night awakenings, get up, go to the bathroom, maybe come back into bed. And if you struggle with sleep, commit to not tossing and turning, getting out of bed and doing something relaxing, keeping the lights low, then coming back when you're tired. And the last tip, I know it's challenging, but when we travel, try not to indulge in the thick, sauces, decadent foods, big desserts, lots of wine, as can be tempting during travel. I like to say, do all of that at lunch. Have a big, fun, hearty lunch, and then keep dinner on the lighter side to set yourself up for success for sleep.
Now, it's only an hour of change, but why does daylight saving time affect us so much, and how can we actually adjust to it? Because even though we lost only 1 hour of sleep, I still feel like I'm trying to catch up.
You are not alone. So many of us struggle. The average American loses about 45 minutes per night of sleep in this transition to the spring daylight saving time. And this is the hard one. As we know, the spring is much more challenging because we lose an hour. In the fall, we gain an hour and we're able to maybe sleep in or go to bed a little bit later. But in the spring, we have to get up earlier. And that's always a challenge. So some of the tips that we've already walked through about combating the negative effects of jet lag actually apply in this case. So number one, make sure to emphasize your power down routine, and also realize that it's hard for us to make even 1 hour of a change. So if you're finding that you're not tired at what the clock says is your target bedtime or your usual bedtime, because realize in your biological clock, it may still be 1 hour away from when you were optimally tired. So be compassionate with yourself. Try to just start the process about 15 minutes earlier than what the time is in your body. And then emphasize your relaxation routine. So meditation, visualization exercises, breathing exercises are so good in this week and really is part of all of our bedtime routines. And maybe a couple pages in a book or a warm shower can all be really beneficial to help us ease into sleep at night. Number two, get out into the natural sunlight as early as possible. Early sunlight exposure will help you shift to the new pattern of light and darkness in our environment. And then just as we talked about with jet lag, if you're experiencing insomnia-like symptoms, difficulty falling asleep, difficulty falling back asleep if you've woken up, commit to never tossing and turning in bed. What that does is it increases the temperature of our bed, and again, it causes us to associate bed and sleep with stress. And so we want to break that cycle, keep the lights low if you're up, do something relaxing, get on the floor, do a meditation, a breathing exercise, and get back into bed when you're tired.
Such great, helpful information. Dr. Robbins, you are truly a gift. Thank you so much for coming on iHollywood TV. Tell us where should we get more information on all the great things that we have discussed this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. You can find more information on these new sleep retreats for the Grand Wailea Resort on their website at thegrandwailea.com.
Fantastic. We'll have that website appearing below. Our pleasure, Dr. Robbins. Really nice to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
You take care and enjoy Hawaii.
Thank you so much. Take care.